Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video we will be talking about why do Haworthias turn brown in color. Now the reason behind making this video, because I do get a lot of questions related to why my Haworthia is not green in color, it has turned brown in color. And in fact, some people have even thrown their succulent away because they thought that the succulent has started to rot. Now please do not throw your succulent, do not throw your Haworthia if it tends to turn brown. This is nothing related with it getting rotted or it dying. The reason behind that is the Haworthia is getting stressed, mostly because of direct sunlight. Now here, as you can see, this is an example. Now this Haworthia was placed in direct sunlight. I was away from home, as you all know, and during that period of time this succulent was getting a lot of direct sunlight, due to which it started to turn brown in color. Whereas this one I'm just about to repot, you can see how green this left one is compared to the right one. But if you're going to take a closer look at the roots, it is not rotted. You can see there is a lot of new growth. Yes, it was dehydrated a lot. Apart from that, it was in direct sunlight, due to which it started to turn brown in color because of stress. But the roots are also slightly dried, but now there are a lot of new roots growing up because I've started watering it and I've kept it in indirect bright light. So it is slowly starting to recover, but it's going to be a long way for it to get back to green color. But you can see the roots are quite healthy. Most of them are dehydrated, but there are a lot of new roots that have started to come up. And that is the reason why it is more discolored compared to the left one. The left one is very healthy. The roots are very healthy. I have just taken it out to repot. And you can see how green the color is. Now these are Haworthia zebra. I'll put the actual name on the screen so you can see the major difference. Now whenever you see your succulent like this, either it is because of too much of direct sunlight. Never keep your Haworthias in direct sunlight. They prefer indirect bright light. Now if you're going to expose your Haworthia to direct afternoon sunlight or direct morning sunlight or long hours of sunlight, the Haworthia will slowly start turning brown in color. It's going to almost look like the color chocolate. So once you notice that, immediately move your succulent to indirect bright light. Apart from giving it indirect bright light, also ensure that you keep the soil very slight moist, not soggy wet, because they do not like the soil to be dried for too long. Now over here, as you can see, this Haworthia is very dehydrated because it didn't get a lot of water. Apart from that, it was in direct sunlight. So the first thing what you have to do is move it away from direct sunlight. You do not need to uproot your succulent, just move it to indirect bright light and then give a little bit of watering. Whenever you feel that 90% of the soil is dry, you can go ahead and water it. Now there is no set time frame that the succulent will turn green. There is no set time frame. Whenever the succulent is comfortable, it will start turning green in color. It's a very slow growing succulent, I would say. Even when it tends to put out pups, the pups also take a lot of time for them to generate from the mother plant. So please do not throw your Haworthia away when it tends to turn brown in color. It's just because of either too much of direct sunlight or underwatering has led it to turn brown in color. So ensure that you give it a good amount of indirect bright light. Do not grow Haworthias indoor. They will start to stretch. They require the correct amount of light in order to stay compact. Otherwise, it will start having a lot of gaps in between the leaves. Right now, you can see all three of mine are very compact because they were getting a good amount of light. In fact, this one was getting too much of direct sunlight. Now it is being moved to indirect bright light. Now the reason why I took it out of the soil was to show you the roots. As you can see, the roots are very healthy. So the succulent is not getting rotted, but it is getting stressed, due to which the color is turning to brown. It is not dying. All you have to do is just move it to indirect bright light and it will start doing well. But again, as I said, there is no time frame that when the succulent will turn green. As in when the succulent gets comfortable, as in when it starts to grow, it will start showing green color. And apart from that, Haworthias tend to go dormant during the summers. Winter is their growing period. So very soon they will be getting into their dormant period. So do not add any kind of fertilizers. If you want to add fertilizers, that can be done only during the winter season. Again, if you do not add fertilizers, it's absolutely fine. It will still be healthy. But if you want to add any fertilizers, do it during the winter period. Probably once a month or once in 2 months, dilute the liquid fertilizer in a liter of water and then add it to your succulent. But always remember, do not add too much of fertilizers. Again, Haworthias do not like too much of nutrients in the soil. Try to keep the soil lean nutrient, and the soil has to be loose, porous and well draining, just like like what we use for our other succulents. Probably what you can do is you can increase a little bit more of the garden soil, because as I said, they prefer slight moisture in the soil. So if you increase the amount of garden soil, it's absolutely fine, but you have to remember the soil has to be loose, porous and well draining. So guys, that's all about this video. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep propagating.